So, episode 400. I had already done like audio for this just to
Welcome to Local.
find out my mic was muted because I was on a class call and I
The
forgot to
Joker.
change it, which is always
Johnny
nice.
Cage.
It's that kind of stupidity that hurts because
Wuxi Dragon
you
Blood.
sit there and you record for a decent while, you know, and then it's all for nothing. It's so fun. But yeah, it took me
Round one.
a year
Fight.
to get to 200, and that was 3 months ago. So that gives a good timeline of events. Who knows? Maybe by it'll just get shorter and shorter. It'll go from 3 months to 1.5, all the way down to 200 a day, 200 an hour. I'll just become one of those weird, obscure YouTube channels that uploads 1 second clips like 600 times a day. But, the main goal going forward in October, there is going to be a lot of horror, obviously, for obvious reasons.
Round two. Fight.
It's at least like a few of them are, very well respected horror franchise. I might see if I can emulate the original Silent Hill because I've wanted to play that for a while too. But that also means, because I remember watching it, someone do it, and it was like, if you're gonna do it, you're gonna want to download a certain mod to like kind of enhance it a bit. Not changing anything major, but just making it a little nicer.
Final round. Fight.
And then I'm going to try my best and complete another good classic horror game from that time period. Very well known for its zombie factor. Speaking of zombies, recently I've had a massive like resurgence into COD zombies, and like I've become like obsessed with just watching it. Like it's like, oh, I have time, what will I watch? COD zombies. Even though it doesn't bring me like the most joy to watch it, it's just kind of like I have to. Only thing is, if I was to play that, I would be paying like 45 just to not be able to do the Easter eggs and have nobody else to play with because a lot of people don't have that game on PC, and sadly crossplay isn't as widely accepted on those times. Um, Recently it has been a bombardment of non-horror games like Lego Batman. Mortal Kombat isn't. Some people might class Gore as horror, but it's not really. It's more just like violent, you know? Like you buy a violent game, like a shooter is a violent game. And even if you're scared of zombies or people with artillery weapons, it's very unlikely to be classed as a horror game. So while completing the final part of Lego Batman and then 100%ing it and playing the bonus level, I'm pretty sure it's the bonus level. I don't think it's unlocked normally. I will also maybe, very maybe, play other LEGO games future down the line, like Lego Indiana Jones maybe, but apparently that PC port is horrendous.
Finish him.
I could also play Lego Marvel, but I don't know how likely that would be because I'm pretty burnt out from Lego Marvel games. Because I've played a lot and I'm still waiting on completing.
The Joker wins.
Which one is it? It's the second one. Well, it's technically the third one, but the one that stars Spider-Man 2099 on the cover. So there's that. I also really want to play Pirates of the Caribbean. I've always wanted to play that ever since going to like my friend's house and playing it on his Wii, and I thought the way the like dead pirates could like they'd go in the water and just float to the bottom. I thought that was so cool. I don't know why. It was just epic. So that's something, and I'll probably get a DS emulator, like I've been saying, and do Lego Batman 1 on it, because that is just cool as shit. I definitely don't think I'll be doing Lego Batman 2 on an emulator. I actually never played that game. My brother owned it, which, you know, it's cool and fun, but then you realize there's no open world, obviously. But to a kid, you know, it's kind of like you just expect the same thing as the console for some reason. I don't know, I never really liked the way it looked, I guess. I'm pretty sure it had some unique characters to it. Like, that's just a guess. I'm not entirely sure. Or if that was a different one. I don't think I might, or you know, might not do Lego Batman 3. I mean, I didn't hate the game, but you know, it's not like a classic. It was like a, oh, that's neat, they released another one. I actually still remember watching the live stream when it was being like tested, and it was the space level where you're driving in the vehicles. And yeah. It's not a bad game. Not a bad game at all. The only issue with playing like horror games all the time is when you go looking for them on like say itch.io, you kind of it can take a while to kind of like get a decent one, because you know I would spend a good few hours looking for a pretty decent game. And actually I need to finish I think it's the Ghost Stories thing, the one I played that was like Silent Hill. That was the second game in like 3 games, so that means I need to play those 2, and I'm sure they'll both be pretty good considering what the second game was like. As well as that, I also want to kind of expand into more genres. I still want to mainly do horror, but you know, it's good to have a variety to play, so you don't just get burnt out after all the jump scares and stuff. Keep stuff fresh. I definitely don't think I'll be doing many fighting games. Like, I know I've done Mortal Kombat X and Mortal Kombat 1, and I'll most likely do Mortal Kombat 11 at some point. But like those are like just because they're really fun. I'm not a big fan of others. Like I play Street Fighter with my brother a good bit, but I've definitely not say
Round two. Fight.
I'm a huge. I would go out of my way to play it on my. But Mortal Kombat I would, just because I'm a psychotic weirdo. I weirdly want a fun racing game. But then again, I'm also not a big racing game fan either. Which is a problem. And I suppose if I go into the whole emulation thing, it brings a lot more games to my disposal. Cough, 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 not admitting to piracy. But games like Mario Kart Double Dash, a childhood classic. I suppose I could try play that.
That was beat ass and nuts.
Which, honestly, best Mario Kart.
Fight.
A game I'd want to play maybe is Luigi's Mansion. You know, kind of spooky themed. I was playing that not too long ago on the actual GameCube, but then I just randomly stopped because, you know, that just tends to happen with games sometimes. You know, at some point you just kind of don't do it, maybe for like a day, and then you kind of forget to ever do it again. I really like the game. And October is going to be absolutely filled with shit. And what I just remembered, Lickfig Cabinet is officially releasing. Like I've said like 100 times.
Rambo wins.
So that means I'll finally get to do that final episode, and then I'll have to do all those achievements, which I obviously, you know, I won't record, because that would just be doing everything I've already done. Trying to think what. See, I have a lot of games that I haven't even finished yet that I haven't done in a while.
The Terminator.
Like
Cassie Cage.
The Evil Within. The only reason I haven't is because it's a high effort game. It's like if you get stuck, you're stuck. Even though it's made slightly easier by getting like all those weapons now,
Round one. Fight.
it's still rough because the next section I go into, which lasts a good while, is like the section that I know is rough for most people because of how it works. I was very disappointed one day because a guy on my friends list, it said he had 100% of it, so I looked, and then it just says they were all unlocked at the same time. Like I get for games like something that has Xbox Live connection, it'll autocomplete.
Fight.
Like Sea of Thieves, it gave me like 7 achievements off the bat because I had played it years before. Which I really wasn't expecting. Like I was even sitting there and was like, okay, I need to collect bananas and stuff. And I dislike that it looks like it was done at the same time. But I lost all respect for that guy after I witnessed that. I'd really like maybe to do more multiplayer games as well. It would be quite fun to be able to do that again. Play with my friends instead of the, I guess, same old games like Payday. I actually got beta access to Payday and I forgot to actually play it. But I mean beta access to Payday 3 specifically. But that's an idea. Because it's fun playing with friends and it's more lively, I guess. The only thing is, a decent amount of them have sort of like limitations. Like, whether it be like console or, you know, just, no one wants to spend like £40 on a game that they play maybe like once. Cause like, I bought Phasmophobia ages ago because my friend really wanted to play it. We played a good bit, but then we literally just like stopped completely. And I played it like earlier this year, you know, once to to see how it was with someone else, and it was fun.
Fight.
So playing a multiplayer horror game would be fun as hell to do with people. And then it's kind of like finding time can also be a difficult thing. But you can always hope, you know. Maybe I'll even try and become good at Evil Dead the game. Bought that so long ago and I've wanted to properly play it. But
You're done.
I'm kinda bad when it comes to the boss on that. Or maybe even like Friday the 13th, because I know it's not exactly the scariest because it's like a silly game. But I bought that a while ago too. And Dead by Daylight's decent fun,
Spawn.
you know, every once in a while.
Jax.
My friends do have it, but it's not really like a
Black Market
game they
House.
enjoy playing, I guess. Like, not that they hate it, they just like, it doesn't really seem appealing to them compared to all the other games they could play. Which, it's a little sad, you know. Because it's fun, it's like mainly playing with friends. And I know that it's kind of unfair for other people when you're playing with friends, like maybe a killer or something. Although we are like proper disabled, so it's not like we're abusing like perk systems or anything. Like we're genuinely not, like I'm pretty high in knowledge of the game, but even I wouldn't go out of my way to win every match, you know, like shitty. I just kind of like to see what happens, you know, naturally.
Round 2. Fight.
And the only other real thing I wanted to, you know, announce for the big 400 was that I want to start streaming every like Sunday maybe, because I wanna play my dedicated Minecraft world more often, and I think if I did that, it would make me more productive towards it, and then I could also make like a little room for all the people that join in and, you know, watch or speak. And then I'll play some music while I play, you know.
Fight.
Obviously, you know, that'll make it unwatchable for like people looking back on it, because there'll just be no audio. Because I'm pretty sure that's how Twitch deals with all the music. It just takes away the audio. But yeah, that means I can also just get good recommendations for songs and see what other people's, you know, genre tastes are like. Because I have a pretty diverse music taste. It's always good to find more music to listen to. But yeah, I'm hoping to get that done. My friend was nice enough to actually claim the name on Twitch, and even kick if that was ever going to happen. But the only thing is kind of like it's kind of like he gave me like the password, but it didn't work, and then he just never got back to me. So that, you know, slight concern, just very slight. So yeah, that's episode 400. Till next time.